Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heidi and my channel is all things perimenopause, midlife. Now today I have decided to document my HRT review. So I booked my appointment because I'm on HRT patches, so estradiol. I'm on the highest dose that they would prescribe as a GP, so I'm on 100 micrograms patches. I'm also on the estrogen cream for things like dry vagina, frequency peeing, that kind of thing. Now I asked for a testosterone blood test because I still feel like I'm lacking in energy, a little bit of brain fog, and generally I feel like certain symptoms are creeping back that I had at the start of my HRT journey, and then as I've gone along, probably 12 months, maybe a bit more, and I've gradually increased my dose of my estradiol patch, I feel like now I'm on the 100 and halted for the last 3 months. I feel like things are coming back, symptoms are returning. So I feel incredibly nervous because I don't know if my doctor's a male or a female, and I've googled it. I've asked for a female or somebody that knows a bit more about hormones. I did actually put that on my online appointment request, and I kind of googled it and it does look like it's a female, which gives me a certain level of reassurance. But then there's that little voice at the back of my head going, oh, what if it's a male? What if he starts gaslighting you? And what I really don't want to do, because I've always had a positive experience up to this point, is go in with a negative mindset. And usually when you go to the doctors, they kind of say to you, don't they, okay, so what is it that you would like me to do for you today? And which I hate that. But I think in an ideal world, I'd like to try testosterone. Although when my blood results come back, it said no further action required. So they didn't ask me to make another appointment. You know, the level I'm assuming the doctor feels is fine. Although when I looked at my results, my testosterone is at the lower end of what is considered acceptable, I guess. So I think maybe I would still like to try testosterone, just because of the research that I've done so far on around things like energy, dry eyes, even brain fog. You know, maybe that's what I need, rather than feeling like I need more estrogen and they're perhaps going to say, well, we can't prescribe you anymore, which means then I'd have to look at going privately to have a more tailored HRT experience. But I thought I would document it. Whether I post it, I'm not sure, but my appointment's at 8:40 and it's about 8:30, so I'm going to go in and wait. And when I come out, I will give you an honest update on how my appointment went, what the doctor was like, and where I'm going to be when I come out. So I'll let you know shortly. Hello. Okay, I'm back from my doctor's appointment. It's actually some hours later. So I've just recorded this second bit after I had another appointment straight after the doctor's. So I'm going to try and remember everything that was discussed, because obviously memory is not too sharp. So first thing, she was not gaslighty. It was a female doctor, which was quite pleasing. She wasn't gaslighty at all. I think because I'd gone in there prepared, and because I do research on hormones, you know, all things perimenopause, I knew like what I wanted to say basically. But she said, how can I help you? So I let her know, and she looked at my notes, and the doctor basically said that apparently in the space of a year I've gone from 50 micrograms patches within the year up to 100, and she felt like that was really fast because 100 is the max. Now obviously some of the research I've done, as I said earlier, GPs can only prescribe up to 100, and that's a recommended dose. But obviously if I was to go privately, they can prescribe more. So obviously she was concerned about that. So basically, right, so first thing, she'd read my notes about the testosterone. She said, you've had your levels checked. She said we can discuss testosterone. Apparently it's not something that she's overly, it's like not like her favorite thing, I guess you could say, in terms of what she feels like it can do for women. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. She did say that when she'd been on her course, because I think at the point where I said that I'd done some research, and I said, look, I'm at university, brain fog, you know, it doesn't help to have brain fog, and because I feel like my symptoms are returning, I'm just wondering what my options would be in terms of, you know, trying something like the gel rather than the patches. Could it be absorption, like an absorption issue? So she kind of explained what she felt was the best process, and so she said we can discuss testosterone, you can even try some. She talked about progesterone and said, are you on the Mirena? And I said yes, and she said that's good. So what we're doing is blood tests. She's going to do bloods for all my hormones, and thyroid, iron, everything, because of the symptoms that I'd mentioned around the, you know, kind of fatigue, brain fog, my body aches are returning. And she said the estrogen should be taking care of all of that, and because it isn't, she'd be interested to know what my absorption levels are. So she's going to test for those, and she said if it is, I think, don't quote me on this, but if it's 300, it should be 300, shouldn't be any less, I believe. So if it is, then obviously we can try different type of estrogen, so either gel or the tablet. She did say that she wasn't keen on the tablet, but she didn't elaborate why. So yeah, and I said okay, that's fine, I don't want to try the testosterone then until we get all my bloods back, because if my absorption level is okay, then I'd be quite happy then to say okay, let's try some testosterone along with changing to perhaps the gel rather than the patches, to see if I absorb that better. So all in all, it went well. Now I've got to book my blood test, because at that particular surgery they don't do it just there and then, or take your bloods there and then. I have to book it online. So I've booked that, and I've got an appointment in a week. So once I have that done, obviously I'll book in again to talk to her about what to do next. So in my next video I will update you on what my blood results were, what the doctor felt about those, what I felt about the results, and where I am with it after that. So yes, hope it's helped someone. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you in my update. Bye.